understand my comments? Okay, only time, okay? Big fight, good luck, gentlemen.
Two big heavyweights about to collide on the first fight of our main card on the prelims. 2 fights, 2 knockouts. I got a feeling we're going to see a third one here.
In the heavyweight division, that tends to happen, especially with these two guys. I mean, bad blood, Riley, it doesn't get worse than this.
I love these referees, too. They just looked them both in the eyes and said, fight. That's all you need to know. Get in there and scrap. Minikon looks in shape. This is the best shape I've seen him in the fights I've commentated for him.
Already some heavy leather being exchanged first few seconds. Not wasting any time here on X Series.
American football experience for DeMoor. Minikon just rushing in an Omaha drill right there, maybe, Todd.
Only Americans will get that.
Big right hand there from Chase. Chase backs off and says, I'm not making any mistakes. Another big right hand from him.
You know, Chase DeMoor gets better and better every time we see him. He looks really sharp right now, and you can tell he's worked on his cardio, not breathing hard yet.
You can tell he's an enormous human being, right? Just athletic, very athletically gifted. Combine that with some boxing ability.
Yeah, good right there from Chase.
I've been very impressed with the straight shots from one Chase DeMoor in his last fight with Tempo Arts. He was giving the champ problems all 4 rounds, and with Minikon, he's connected with that right several times already.
And everybody remembers Arms getting oxygen after that fight, but hey, Minikon wasn't in that much better shape, so he needs to be careful about throwing his punches too soon. Not having anything left in the gas tank, and Chase DeMoor puts it down and puts it down.
The menace meets the canvas in round 1.
2 minutes to work from Chase DeMoor, a lot of time.
Wow.
He's going to go right after him, guys. Here he comes. Minikon might be wise.
Through the ropes, maybe. Riley. Minikon's in bad shape.
Bit of a push there. I mean, Minikon got dropped early in his last fight, too, and he came back. So this isn't the type of guy that has any problem with that. That was a bit of a push. I don't know if that's a knockdown, but they're calling it a knockdown.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but Minikon will take the break. He needs to play defense here. Why is he trying to throw punches to Chase?
Can't get that one back when you're injured. Now he's eating that left hand for breakfast. Down again goes Minikon. That was a slip.
Calling that one a slip. Great straight punches from Chase. Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes just the bare bones fundamentals make it happen, and that's what's happening right now.
1 minute to go. Todd, Chase DeMoor, best we've ever seen him.
So far, so good.
It's a 4-round fight, right? And as we've seen in many of these heavyweight fights, is sometimes that really is the story.
You can tell Chase has got that hamster wheel running in his brain right now, thinking, do I go after this guy right now and let it all out, or do I save myself in case he survives the round?
The several gears are turning.
I was about to say that. You can see it in his eyes, just the cogs back there turning away.
30 seconds to go. Got to commend Brickyard Boxing. Chase has had a couple weeks with them over the last month or so, and you can tell the improvements he's making even with just limited time.
Now he's still pulling the head back and chin up high in the air. A nice left hook from Minikon could be a good result.
Oh, good straight.
Trying to throw for it.
Minikon covering up here. Final moments of round 1. Seems like the menace is back in it, Todd.
Entertaining stuff here live from Leeds, England.
Great first round from Chase DeMoor, scoring 2 knockdowns. I don't know if the second one really was a knockdown, but points are points, boys. And great straight punches, a lot of good volume. It just seemed like he totally dominated that round.
Well, that was definitely a knockdown, no doubt about it. Big right hand right there sends Minikon down. The second one, though, been a little different story.
It certainly was. You can see here, Minikon big left and just gets pushed right through the ropes, and Chase DeMoor meets him with the 2 fists. Can't really call this one a knockdown, in my opinion. That left was just attached to the chest, guiding him through those ropes.
Unless you're going to score that double fist punch there at the end.
We've seen him throw ground and pound before. I mean, it's, you know, nothing is out of the realm of possibility with one Chase DeMoor.
Come on, bro. Wait above the shit. He's not going to save you, though.
Crocker Felix next Saturday live here on DAZN, but let's listen into Minikon. Or let's don't. He was done. I tried. Got to get those promos in. And Chase getting some good work in there in round 1. Scored 2 knockdowns, only 1, though, should have been determined.
But Minikon does a great job of recovering from knockdowns. He really doesn't seem to let it bother him. He's incredibly calm, cool, and collected in the ring. Sometimes too calm in the ring.
Half sleeping, half on autopilot. But we'll say this, like you mentioned, Chase DeMoor's chin is very high in the air. There are ample opportunities for Minikon to get back into this, but eats a shot early.
It's those long arms. He reaches out with those long arms and touches his opponent. Even those chins up in the air, it's hard to find it because he's so tall.
Big clinch separation here. Chase DeMoor putting on the pressure. No brakes on the GOAT train tonight.
Both men feeling each other out.
Based on his last fight with Tempo Arts, I kind of wanted some more diversity in the shot selection from Chase DeMoor, but the straights are working for him here in Leeds.
A lot of people said he won that fight. I'm one of them. I thought it was a great performance. I thought he did enough to win. But still, he's showing improvement every single time he is out here.
Minikon trying to solve the puzzle. Going to the body a little bit. Chase just pushing him around there.
Well, Chase just loads up when he's going to throw. You can see his mouth. Oh! That one hurts.
Several hundred pounds of muscle meet the canvas, and Minikon not wearing that well, has to get assisted back up.
Minikon spent as much time on the floor as off it in this fight. Well, that's the 4th time he's been on the ground, twice for knockdowns.
DeMoor landed completely on him, too. I mean, that looked like it hurt.
I call that a slam. I mean, from where I come from, that's what I would say. Good left hook attempt, but Minikon just not leveraging the weapons here. 73 seconds to go in round 2, and he's got to fight his way back in.
Might be seeing a little bit of fatigue here, starting to grab a little bit more, starting to try to not take those bombs. And Chase is taking a much slower round this round, a bit less intensity, a bit less heat. He's got a break. He can't be here. This is where Minikon wants it. Minikon wants it in the clinch. Chase needs to get it at range.
Chase said, I'm fighting a nobody. Nobody knows who he is. Everybody knows who I am, and it's time to put him out to pasture.
DeMoor did say he wants Minikon to be retired after this. Minikon said, I'm going to take him to school,
good
but
right hand.
the man is getting a lesson here.
Minikon spinning all sorts of ways.
Turning his back to his opponent.
He's going to give him a standing 8.
It's a good call. You cannot turn your back in a fight. You simply cannot.
Optics are not good for the Menace through 2 rounds. Final 20 seconds. We'll see if he can survive. Again, 66% of the fan zone. Dr. Moore could get it. I'm sure that number's rising, Todd.
Yeah, it should be about 95% by now, except for Minikon's close friends and family. But the longer this fight goes on, we've seen Minikon close strong before.
Coming to a close is round 2 and another difficult frame for the Menace, Riley.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a tough round for him. You could see it. But the first 2 rounds are rarely his round. So I'm very excited to see what happens in these next 2. Chase has been on it, though. I mean, those were beautiful uppercuts in close, good combinations. Dunked him on his head, as we can see right there. You know, very, very dominant, very physical round from Chase DeMoor.
Yeah, look at Minikon. You know, you can run, but you can't hide, is the old saying. Muhammad Ali, I believe, said that. Minikon was running, but he couldn't hide anywhere. Turned his back, looking for some help. The Polish referee finally gave it to him in a standing 8 count.
Chase DeMoor is not a guy that you want to go athlete for athlete with. He can muscle his way through so many difficult positions, and that slam, I mean, I want to return to it. He's framing all the way down. That, I mean, might be the most damaging moment of the fight so far, but those hands from Chase are looking lethal in Leeds.
2 rounds to go. Minikon certainly damaged goods. He's going to need a knockout pretty much at this point. 3 knockdowns.
And that was
big jab right at the start.
Huge jab. Minikon needs more of that. Establish yourself. The ring generalship is all on DeMoor's side. The Menace, if you want to win, you got to fight.
You got to gain that respect. He hasn't found the shot yet to gain the respect of Chase DeMoor. And if there's one thing that DeMoor has, it's a chin.
And confidence. Choking him.
Boy, this has had its unattractive moments, certainly.
It is looking like a submission match at times here, Todd.
Both fighters looking good right in the 3rd round, though. Not a ton of fatigue happening. They both look like they've trained and prepared themselves for this fight. I mean, we see that Minikon is for sure in the best shape of his life.
If I'm the Menace, I'd love to see him target the midsection. Go down to the body, draw Chase's hands down. It'll open up the chin, which is already high, but...
Right hand again. And boy, I tell you what, they might want to deduct a point here from Chase.
Yeah, at some point you got to tell him to stop pushing that much. Referee's obviously having a stern warning with him right there in the corner. That's a good call.
Let's see if he takes the point.
He's taking that point.
No, he's not.
Oh, he didn't. All right.
Polish commission letting it go. 140 in round number 3, and Minikon is
from Chase DeMoor there. Minikon's, he's got to find it, right? It looks like he's trying to solve this puzzle right now. It's a tough puzzle to solve.
And when you're getting burned as often as Minikon is, fighting through the flames becomes even harder. But we've seen him go in the trenches before. He has pulled himself up and found moments in past fights. He's just kind of coming up short tonight, Todd.
Well, he's got Chucky on his shorts. And his corner has T-shirts with bloody knives on there. They want to see this guy go for the kill against Chase DeMoor, but right now, he's on the back foot, getting thrown down, beat down, punched down.
But he looks so chill. He's just totally calm in there. It's wild.
You know, that jab that he displayed earlier in this round, we haven't seen more of that. I thought that was a great weapon, and he's just gotten away from it. There's some wayward shots.
You know, the thing with Minikon is he seems to like to get it in close and then weigh on his opponents in the clinch. Chase is so physical and so strong that in the clinch he's just completely dominating Minikon, which is a place that he usually spends a lot of time. Even against the arms, he wasn't getting thrown around like he is right now.
Final 30 seconds of round number 3. It has been all Chase DeMoor tonight in what has been a very impressive showing. Tempo Arts is watching this one closely back home, I would say, Roundhouse.
Minikon still trying to find a way in. Chase is there to be hit. You mentioned it, Riley. Keeps that chin up. He throws those arms out, kind of uncontrolled. But Minikon's just got to find a way to land his punches.
The shots are getting closer for Minikon. Nice clean 1-2 to end it.
And Chase wearing on him at the end of that round, just making this a really ugly performance. You know, it comes with its edges, Chase DeMoor.
There's one thing Chase DeMoor offers. It's a little bit of controversy.
And here is the fighter making his debut tonight in X Series. It's Fez Batista.
And it gets the.
And this guy knows how to get attention to himself for a number of reasons. But Riley, is he as good as he thinks he is?
Honestly, that's going to be shown tonight, right? This is a guy that's had a lot of confidence, but he's going up against Ben Williams. This is a tough, tough fight for him. Ben's been getting a lot of love. He's been getting a lot of support, and he's been showing some pretty smooth jazz on the mitts.
Despite the impressive history that Ben Williams has, Team Batista, I mean, they've been fired up. The Transformers at the open weigh-ins, I thought that was fun.
And he's from Huddersfield. He wants everyone to know he's from Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. Here we go, 4th and final round. It's all on Minikon to do something here.
When your back is against the wall, you got to dig deep. Roundhouse, again, we've seen him do it before. Now is the time.
The problem, though, is we've seen Minikon also kind of give fights away before, right? When you get into that last round, he maintains that composure and he stays so calm, but he stays too calm. And like you're saying, he's got to go for broke right now. He's down 3 rounds, at least that's what I think. And he's really got to put a statement here and go for broke. Big shots land for Chase.
And another push down to the canvas. The menace goes. Minikon getting back to the feet here, but boy, I mean, he's been out-muscled in every moment.
Well, you said he used to play football in America. There's been as many tackles as punches. But hey, all jokes aside, DeMoor may be on the verge of winning the biggest fight of his career here tonight. His win-loss record, Riley, is not the most shining thing we've ever seen, but this would be a nice notch in his belt.
Well, it's not over yet. He's still got 2 minutes left to somehow make that a loss.
He was very vocal after losing to Tempo Arts that he wants to run that one back. A performance like this could cash that ticket, but if I'm Tempo Arts, I'm working on my defensive grappling ahead of a rematch with DeMoor.
And there has to be something to say. I think Minikon's giving him these a little bit. I mean, it seems like he's folding over pretty quickly.
And he's holding on to Chase as well. I mean, it's not one-way traffic.
Do want to mention that I think this was a shorter notice fight for both guys, so maybe Minikon didn't have the time to get a game plan in prep.
Chase is always prepping, though. He's always saying he's in the gym. So, I mean, for him, I don't think short notice matters as much. But both guys look fit. I mean, Minikon looks in better shape now than in his last fight in the 4th round.
Physically shaped.
Yeah, even here, he was stumbling that last fight. Yeah.
Final minute of round number 4. DeMoor sweeping every exchange. Minikon with a big leaping left, nothing going.
Got 1 minute left. I mean, put a statement here. I think that this fight is here for the take from Chase DeMoor. I want to see him take some risks.
He turned his back again. They're going to get, nope. I'm surprised the referee stepped in to stop the action. You got to let the guy take a little punishment, right? I mean,
that could have been a finishing sequence.
Yeah, he turned his back, then he faced him again.
Turning your back is not effectively defending yourself, which could lead to a stoppage.
All right, can Minikon find a minor miracle here with a half minute to go?
Oh, big crushing right from DeMoor. Another
Big right hand, and now Chase trying to close the show.
Huge combination. Down goes Minikon. They're not calling that a knockdown.
Wow.
I don't know. That one's not a knockdown. He's wobbly. He's beat up. He just got lit up. The referee's throwing him right back in the fire.
This is it. One last chance for Minikon to land a haymaker. Not going to happen. And Chase DeMoor, congratulations to the GOAT, who's probably going to get a big win here tonight.
What a good performance from him. Sans grappling, really well-rounded, best we've seen him, and you could see emotional embrace. It has been a long time coming to see Chase DeMoor get the hand
Great
raised.
fight. Either way you spin it, fantastic performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're headed to Puerto Rico Saturday, March the 2nd, as Jake Paul takes a back seat. He's the co-main event, believe it or not, as he lets Puerto Rico's own Amanda Serrano take center stage. She's in the main event. Paul Serrano, a double bill, live on DAZN. Well, Ben, there's been some bad decisions in boxing history. But when you got, 3 knockdowns in a 4-round fight, there's no way they're getting this one wrong.
If they give this win to Minikon, I would be beyond stunned. I think we'd have to close the show. But Chase DeMoor, I mean, displaying a lot of different wrinkles here, out-muscling him so easily in the clinching scenarios. When we've seen Chase struggle with guys' physiques at heavyweight before, I mean, again, tempo arts. Watch this closely.
I was really impressed with Chase DeMoor's cardio. He got a little winded there in the 4th round, but he's a heavyweight, let's be honest. But, you know, Minikon gassed way earlier than Chase did, and if he can keep getting better with that cardio, instead of it being something he has to watch out for, it can be a strength of his that he pushes these fighters late in fights and can get more victories.
He's having some more problems with the glove here than Minikon, maybe. And I love that he was sitting down on punches a little bit more traditionally in this fight. I felt at times that he was just touching with rabbit fists, but his team now, I think, have instructed him the right way, and the evolution is in front of us.
Well, we don't have the scores yet, and normally that's a bad thing, but I think they're just trying to tabulate it because the scores are a little trickier than normal. Like there was one point where we thought maybe he did deduct a point, but I don't think he did. So might have to be double checking that.
It'll be funny to see as well how many knockdowns each judge scores, right, based on their own optics. Got a feel for Minikon, though. Following that setback to Arms Corleone, when he had his moments, when he had the opportunities to win, this was a big chance for him to kick off the year in the right manner, and unfortunately just can't get it done.
Just like our ring announcer, Haas, he's over there. It looks like he's got what is that? 2 calculators over there trying to calculate this stuff.
The TI-87 maybe in Huss's back pocket. You know, think about this matchup, the physiques. A lot of guys look like Arnold Schwarzenegger here. Have you heard Huss's Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
Is it good?
It's amazing.
I'd love to hear his ring announcer impression right now. Move it or lose it, Haas. Let's go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your final scores as Chase DeMoor believes he has, and everyone in this arena believes he has beaten Minikon.
I believe Chase DeMoor coming over here trying to get another member inside the ring. And they're gonna let him through, the man in the sweats and the flip-flops.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored about 40 to 33. And your winner by unanimous decision, Chase DeMoor!
Is he acting now, or did he really think that he might have lost that fight?
The reality TV star turning up the tears.
Yeah.
And again, it has been a seriously long time coming. There it is, the celebration from Chase DeMoor.